Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back my YouTube channel. Let me introduce myself. My name is Shelian Fitri. My student ID number is 1903-211-00025. I am from Agribisnis B and I am from student of University of Trunojoyo, Madura, Faculty of Agriculture, especially Agribisnis. I made this video to fulfill the excitement from the SYARI'AH Business Economic course, which was taught by Mrs. Novi Tamami. Here, I will explain the material that has been summarized with the subject of the difference between murabahah, asalam, istighna, qard, rahan, and wadi'ah. Then the first contract is the murabahah. The definition of murabahah is a contract in Islamic Sharia which set the price of production and the profit of the determined jointly by the seller and the buyer. So the murabahah contract scheme is the transparency of the seller to the buyer. Murabahah financing allows the buyer to know the production price of an item the seller is providing. Okay, next, the following is an explanation of the murabahah contract diagram. That is, number 1, the customer submit an application for the procurement of goods and the bank makes observation regarding the feasibility of the customer. Number 2, if the customer requests in assets, the bank conduct a credit, sale, and purchase transaction with the customer. The customer pay a down payment, the rest will be paid in installment over the time frame set by the bank. Number 3, bank buy goods to dealer is cash and have been delivered directly to customer. Number 4, after the goods are sent, the customer is obligated to pay installment to the bank. And number 5, the bank benefit from the difference between the dealer price and the customer price. Okay, then the second contract is the asalam contract. Salam contract is term is Islamic Sharia finance and refer to a sale and purpose transaction where the goods being traded are not at the page of the transaction, but by paying for its advance, the buyer will receive the goods sometime later. The explanation in the above scheme is simply that there are two parties to the transaction, namely the seller and the buyer. Call the seller as A and the buyer as B. Person B will buy a product in the form of a tractor because the tractor could not be provided directly at the time. Person B made a creating contract to person A. Person B explained specifically to tractor he wants. After agreeing, the tractor is met at the appointment time to be completed. The tractor is sent to A. Okay, number 3. Then the third contract in the istighna contract. Definition of istighna is agreement between two parties, namely the buyer, mustahni, and the seller, sani, regarding ordering goods based on certain criteria agreed upon by both parties. Thus, the seller is in obligation to prepare the ordered goods and the buyer is obligation to buy two for it. The picture above in an istighna contract scheme where Islamic bank are positioned as a seller. In this case, the customer order goods according to specification to the bank. When agreed, the bank order the goods from the manufacturer. While the goods are made, the customer pay money to the bank by paying its advance in installment at the end. When the goods are finished, the goods are sent directly to the customer. Okay, next in the qard contract. A code contract is a loan agreement without compensation, in which the borrower returns the loan with the amount and within the agreed period. This is because in Islam, and reward on a loan will be classified as an act of usury. Okay, number 1, our code is a loan given to customer Muntari who needs it. Number 2, our code customer are liquid to return the principal amount received and mutually agreed time. Number 3, administration free exchange to the customer. Number 4, LKS may ask for credit from customer is deemed necessary. Number 5, alcohol customer can provide additionally donation voluntary to LKS as long as it is not agreed upon in the contract. Number 6, if the customer is unable to return part or all of this obligation at the agreed time and the LKS have confirmed in inability the LKS might A. Extend the payback period, and B. Erase, write off, but all of an obligation. Next is the Rohan contract. Rohan is when to hold the property of the borrower and collateral from the loan is received. The party both hold its obtain a guarantee to take back all or part of his receipt. In other words, Rahan is also called a PAW. Throughout the round contract, the customer submit movable goods and the PAW shop stores and mine in the place provided by the Pegadaian. From the trade process, costs will arise which include the investment value of the store area, maintenance costs, and the activity process. On this basis, it is necessary for Pegadaian to change rental fees to customer according to the amount agreed by both parties. Syariah shop only benefit from space rental fees, not additional interest of model retail that are included from borrowed money. Okay, next, UAS contract is definition as leaving or putting some time to someone else to be cared for the burden. The UAS contract is divided into two, namely the UAS Yad Amanah contract and the UAS Yad Amanah contract. Okay, next, that is the group that are deposit cannot be used by the party receiving the deposit. The UAS Amanah contract is illustration is a simple process, that is the custodian will provide the good to be deposit. However, as a force strong the conditional pay, this usually happens is Islamic bank on safe deposit box product. Deposits of goods that can be used or utilized by the receiving of the deposit is from the money players in the UAS Amanah contract. The bank makes a profit. The bank does not have the right to give bonus. However, generally the bank provides the benefit is give bonus to customer. Voluntarily and Islam, this is allowed when fewer from the scam above. The good asset deposits are turned by the bank is a business which the from the business generation profit that are intended specifically for the bank. The bank decision to give a bonus are not depend on the bank own policy. Okay, that's all I can explain. Thank you very much for your attention. I am sorry if there are material or words that are not precise. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.